Here I'm inside of ZBrush, and as I mentioned before, I really want to show you that you can take stuff from everywhere, from Photoshop, from Illustrator, from ZBrush, any multitude of applications, and create a finished piece of artwork inside of After Effects. Now this is the planet that I created inside of ZBrush, and as you can see, I only painted the part that's going to show. It's a little trick that you want to incorporate whenever you're doing any kind of production work. Never waste time on things the audience is never going to see. So if you're going to build a vast city and the audience is only going to see the front of that city, don't worry about building the back. There's no reason to put the bricks and the windows and everything if the camera's not going to go that way. So that's a little production tip that'll save you tons and tons of time. So once again, nothing back here. And you can see the planet has a little bit of a shine on it. It's not very fancy. And I simply saved out the render by having a black background. And to do that, I went to my document window in ZBrush and I selected my background button and I chose the background color by choosing this guy and holding down my mouse to drag to the black end of this little color picker area. And now I have a black background. From there, I went to my render button and I chose to create maps. Now to do this in ZBrush 4, you have to first do a best preview render. Now once again guys, I apologize for this. This is not a ZBrush 4 course. I just wanted to show you how I created this planet very quickly so you can understand how I generated all this artwork. So the best preview render will illuminate your object with the light you have selected and all the stuff you have on there with your textures and everything and give you a finished render. Once you've done this, you can go ahead and then choose to create maps, and you can have the image map, the depth map, your shadows, your ambient occlusion, and your mask, which you can then composite inside of Photoshop. So typically when you create maps here, it's going to tell you which one you want to create. Then you click on image, and then once again it's going to tell you, please execute a best preview render, and try again. You click this button. ZBrush renders out your scene, and now you can go back to render, and you can click on one of these at a time, and then save it to your desktop or whatever you want to. So this would be the render, and then if I click here, I'd have my depth map. And by hovering my mouse over these icons, I get a preview as to what each of these maps or output renders look like. So the render for the image is the planet itself. The depth map is the information that ZBrush generates telling you the near and far areas of your object. As you can see on the outer rims of the planet, it's more gray, indicating that the depth is starting to recede in the background. These are the shadows on the planet. Ambient occlusion, or AO, means the dirt, or the things that are in recessed areas that would have more wear and tear, and the things that are on the outside that would be more, well actually the outside would be the areas more affected by wear and tear, and the inside cracks and crevices would have a lot more dirt. And then you have your mask, which is an alpha that simply allows you to punch your planet through the background. So the mask goes around the planet so that everything else will show through. So that is a quick look at how I created the planet. Now don't worry, this is already ready for you guys as a PNG file inside of your work files folder.